Hey, Ventini, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel where it's all Juve all the time. I'm Alberto, and today I'm going to hit you with silly season. All right, that's right. It's the summer mercado. It's known as the silly season for a reason, but today we're going to come at you with all the news from one of the absolute transfer gurus surrounding Juventus, and that's Romeo Gresti, as he filled us in on absolutely all of the circulating stories surrounding Juventus, and we are going to get to all of it right now. All right, Juventine, let's kick this out with Juve's news on Gabriel. So for now, he is looked at, okay, only looked at by Juventus in terms of how they're going to make a move for Arthur. Are Arthur's transfer discussions coming to a stop with Arsenal, who has been tracking the player for months? Romeo Gresti says, let's wait and see. There is another name that's been discussed as far as a potential swap or exchange for Artur, and that's Thomas Partey. So we continue to wait and watch. How would you, Juventini, feel about a swap between Artur and Thomas Partey? Let us know in the comment section to this video. Now we carry on in terms of center back Koulibaly, whose name has been thrown around with Juventus. Only a suggestion at this point, according to Romeo Gresti. Okay, so only a suggestion. He continues on with the fullback position and saying Emerson Palmieri. I know this is a name that doesn't strike a lot of excitement in us, Juventini, but Emerson Palmieri, look, it keeps popping up and coming up. Emerson Palmieri is extremely liked by Juventus, according to Romeo Gresti. Of course, Udogi, of course, Cambiaso are all still in the mix and potential targets for Juventus, but Emerson Palmieri is really liked by Juventus. So there you have it. Whether we like it or not, Emerson Palmieri remains one of the targets at that position. Now we continue on. He starts to talk about the young players. Fagioli is going to be meeting with his entourage in the next few days. As far as his future with Juventus, he is going to want reassurances, and this has been reported strongly over the past month that he is going to be looking to be part of the future. And if he's not, he probably will not extend his contract with Juventus and look possibly even abroad. But Fagioli wants the opportunities now and feels he's ready to get into that mix. Rovella is another player hoping to stay on with Juventus. Not much insight on his future or where he stands from Romeo Gresti, just saying that Rovella is hoping to be in there. As far as Ranocchia goes, Ranocchia is going to be signing renewal with Juventus, but he's going to be heading out immediately on loan to a Serie A club. They're going to try to put him on loan with a Serie A club. Miretti seems like he could be staying in the first team. So the question arises, basically on Fagioli, if it comes down to trying to get his signature, trying to get him to extend with the club, they might have to open up another spot. It was always being rumored that one spot would be available for these youngsters, but apparently we might be opening up two. Rovella could also be part of some type of deal in a swap or exchange. I don't personally rule it out. That's just my personal opinion. This did not come from Romeo or any of the journalists, but I do have a feeling like Rovella could be one that could be used as a bargaining chip. Now we carry on. Ramsey, the hemorrhoid of our club, okay, just never seems to go away, but he is going to be returning to Juventus from the Rangers, the only way forward, according to Romeo, and we know this just from the past. He is definitely not a part of the future with Juventus. We have told him we wanted out. We were trying to find a deal. We found one with the Rangers. Whatnot is not permanent. He's going to be coming back. The only way forward is to terminate the contract. Okay, so that is what we're going to be looking at doing with Ramsey. Now, in terms of Pogba, Romeo Gresti says it seems very close to him that a deal can be reached and will be finalized at 4 years term. Okay, so he believes if a 4-year term is put out there to Pogba, as what we've been hearing over the past few days, is that the contract duration and the salary are what's kind of the last pieces of this puzzle. But apparently Pogba has given the okay to come to Juventus, just trying to seal that. And according to Romeo Gresti, a 4-year contract gets that deal done. Now, in terms of Di Maria, he believes Juventus has every intention of sealing the deal and that one will be found with Di Maria. In terms of Juventus's whole summer mercado, Romeo Gresti says they plan on making 7 purchases. Okay, so 7 purchases could be this summer in this Mercado. That would be absolutely wild. A lot of us didn't see that much action being able to take place. If they're able to add 7 players in the summer, that's going to be a wild, wild Mercado. Now, Romeo Gresti continues to talk about Juventus and their management in general, and there's this incredible feeling going around the team and the club, this pressure that they cannot make mistakes, and they're looking to move very, very quickly in the summer Mercado. As we're seeing, even based on the news and what's coming out on a day-to-day basis, they're trying to lock up 2 big ones right out of the gate. They are looking to work quickly, give this team as much time as possible to work together. The season's going to start before you really know it, especially with being a weird one with the World Cup being played during the winter months as well. So a lot's going to be seen and changing very, very rapidly and quickly. But Juve's strategy is 7 players apparently, and to move very, very quickly. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Last and certainly not least, Ligt release clause. 125 million euros is what it's looking to get dropped to. There were reports it could go down to 90 million euros. There was a lot of Juventini making a big fuss about that, saying 90 million euros. We purchased him for about 95. We're going backwards. That's not the case. Everybody seems to forget during these dealings that it is prorated based on the terms. So when Juventus signed him, even if you say 95 million euros, although I believe it was a little bit more than that, let's just take 95 million euros. You basically divide that by the contract term. De Ligt's already been with us for 3 seasons. Okay, so when you take that out, if we were to sell him, put a release clause in there for 90 million, we still see 50 million euros roughly in capital gains on that move. Money is not an issue. The issue is if De Ligt is looking at making things more enticing for another club to come in there with the release clause, if he was truly happy, truly looking to extend, truly looking to stay beyond and really be a pillar for this Juventus side, we could wipe that thing out altogether. Because if a team's going to come in and make an offer on a player, they'll do it even if there's not a release clause in there. The scary thing about the release clause and a player wanting to lower it is that it makes it more enticing. And if a team activates that, as long as he agrees, it's completely done and gone. With the no release clause in there, the team has a little bit of leverage, but there's absolutely zero leverage with a release clause. If a team were to activate that, Juventus plans would change dramatically, because you no longer go from trying to find somebody else to be a pillar and a rock next to De Ligt. Now all of a sudden you're looking for that next pillar and rock and somebody to partner him up. So it would change things tremendously. So it's going to be interesting to see, to follow this. But at 125 million euro, if that is the case and where it ends up being after a contract extension, I feel a bit better. Definitely much better than 90 million, because you know somebody is going to come up and swipe that up. 125 million, teams could still come in there and make a move for him, but 125 million at center back is still a lot, in my personal opinion, to ask, but you never know. And it is said that Chelsea of all teams, a really uncertain future with that club and financially and everything, and nobody's really quite sure what's exactly going on there. But it is said they're highly, highly interested in De Ligt, and they could be willing and able to make a move and make an offer and come in for the Dutch center back. So who knows? We wait and see, but that's the latest. And I just wanted to fill everybody in and fill them in on, if it were to reach 90 million, where we would still stand financially. And it's still absolutely fine by all means. But there you have it. That is all the news surrounding Juventus. And as always, I just lay it out for all of you to play it out. So drop your thoughts, opinions, questions, comments in the comment section of this video. And I can't wait to mix it up with all of you and see what you think about all the news we dropped today on Romeo Gresti's report. Till tomorrow, Fino alla fine, Forza Juve. Ciao.